If you are here right now, it is not by accident. There is a quiet reason you felt drawn to these words. Maybe you are tired of trying and not seeing results. Maybe you feel like something is missing. Or maybe deep inside you know that you are meant for more. Whatever brought you here, just know this: nothing is wrong with you. The truth is simple. Your life is not shaped only by what you do. It is shaped by what you think again and again every single day. And the beautiful part is, if your thoughts can shape your life, then you have the power to change them. Right now, without even noticing, your mind is running on patterns. Thoughts you have repeated for years have become beliefs, and those beliefs quietly guide your actions, your choices, and your results. If your mind keeps saying things like, "I am not ready," "I am not good enough," or "success is not for me," then your life begins to follow that direction. Not because it is true, but because it has been repeated so many times that it feels real. This is how the mind works. It listens to what you tell it the most. But here is something powerful to understand. Your mind does not know the difference between what is true and what is repeated. It simply accepts what it hears again and again. This means you can begin to plant new thoughts, new beliefs, and slowly guide your mind in a new direction. You do not need to fight your mind. You do not need to force anything. You only need to gently teach it something new, step by step, with patience and consistency. Success is not something far away waiting for you. It is something that begins inside you, in the way you think, in the way you speak to yourself, and in the way you see your own life. When your inner world begins to change, your outer world starts to follow. This is the quiet power of the law of attraction. It is not about chasing success. It is about becoming the person who naturally attracts it. So as you listen to this, allow yourself to relax. You do not have to understand everything right now. You do not have to be perfect. Just be open. Let these words settle gently into your mind. Because from this moment on, you are not just listening. You are beginning to reprogram your mind for success, one thought at a time. Now let us understand something very simple but very powerful. The way your mind works. Your mind is like a quiet recorder that has been listening to you for years. Every thought you repeat, every word you say to yourself, and every feeling you hold starts to form a pattern. Over time, these patterns become your normal way of thinking. You may not even notice them anymore, but they are always there, guiding how you see yourself and the world around you. Most of these patterns were not even chosen by you. They were created from past experiences, from things people said to you, from moments when you felt hurt, rejected, or unsure. Slowly, your mind took those moments and turned them into beliefs. And once a belief is formed, your mind begins to look for proof that it is true. This is why if you believe something negative about yourself, your mind will keep finding reasons to support it. Even if it is not the full truth, think of it like this. Your mind follows what it knows. It chooses what feels familiar, not always what is right for you. So if your thoughts have been filled with doubt or fear, your mind will keep repeating those same thoughts again and again because it has learned that pattern. It is not trying to harm you. It is simply doing what it has been trained to do. But here is the important part. Just because a thought feels familiar does not mean it is true. It only means it has been repeated many times. When you start to see this clearly, something begins to change inside you. You realize that your thoughts are not fixed. They are not permanent. They are patterns that can be understood, and slowly they can be changed. So instead of judging your thoughts or trying to stop them completely, begin by simply noticing them. Notice what your mind says when you think about success, when you think about your future, and when you think about yourself. This awareness is the first step, because once you can see your patterns clearly, you are no longer controlled by them in the same way. You begin to create a small space between you and your thoughts, and in that space, change becomes possible. Now let us look a little deeper into why some thoughts keep holding you back, even when you truly want to move forward. Many of the beliefs you carry today were formed in moments when you felt unsure, hurt, or not good enough. Maybe it was something someone said to you, or something that did not work out the way you expected. In those moments, your mind tried to make sense of the experience, and it created a belief to protect you. It might have said, "I should not try again," or "I am not meant for this," or "Success is for others, not for me." These thoughts were not created to limit you. They were created to keep you safe. But over time, what was once a small thought becomes something much stronger. When you repeat it again and again, it turns into a belief, and that belief begins to guide your life. You may start avoiding opportunities, doubting yourself before even trying, or settling for less than what you truly want. It happens quietly, without you even realizing it. You may think it is just how life is, but in reality, it is the belief working in the background. The difficult part is that these beliefs feel very real. They feel like facts, even when they are not. Your mind becomes so used to them that it stops questioning them. And because of this, you may start thinking that success is something far away or something that only happens to certain people. But the truth is, it is not your ability that is holding you back. It is the story your mind keeps repeating. And here is something important to understand. A belief is only a thought that you have believed for a long time. It is not permanent. It is not fixed. It can be changed. Just like it was created through repetition, it can also be replaced through repetition. This means that no matter how long you have carried a limiting belief, you are not stuck with it. So instead of blaming yourself or feeling frustrated, begin to see these beliefs with a little more understanding. They are not your enemy. They are just old patterns that no longer serve you. And once you start to see them clearly, you take away their power. You begin to realize that you are not defined by your past thoughts, and you are not limited by what you once believed. This is where true change begins, when you stop believing every thought your mind tells you and start choosing new ones that support the life you want to create. Now, this is where real change begins, with awareness. Before anything in your life can shift, you first need to see clearly what is happening inside your mind. Most people try to change their life by forcing new actions, but they forget to look at the thoughts behind those actions. Awareness is simply the ability to notice your thoughts without judging them, without trying to push them away, and without believing them immediately. When you slow down and begin to observe your thoughts, something very powerful happens. You start to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the one who is watching them. Thoughts come and go, but you remain. This small shift may seem simple, but it changes everything. Because once you stop identifying with every thought, those thoughts lose their control over you. For example, if a thought comes that says, "I am not good enough," instead of accepting it as truth, you can gently notice it and say to yourself, "This is just a thought, not who I am." In that moment, you create space, and in that space, you have a choice. You can either repeat the old pattern, or you can begin to guide your mind in a new direction. Awareness also helps you catch your patterns in real time. You begin to notice what you think when things go wrong, how you react when you feel challenged, and what stories your mind creates about your future. This is not about being perfect or controlling every thought. It is about becoming more conscious, little by little, day by day. And the more aware you become, the less power your old beliefs have. They start to feel lighter, less convincing. You begin to question them instead of following them. This is the first real step in reprogramming your mind. Not forcing change, not rushing the process, but simply seeing clearly what has been running in the background for so long. So as you continue on this journey, remind yourself to stay gentle. There is no need to judge what you find. Every thought you notice is a step forward. Because awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. Once the light is on, things cannot stay hidden anymore. And when nothing is hidden, you finally have the power to change it. Now that you are becoming more aware of your thoughts, the next step is very gentle but very powerful. Choosing new thoughts on purpose. This does not mean you suddenly stop all negative thinking or force yourself to be positive all the time. It simply means you begin to guide your mind in a new direction, one small step at a time. Think of it like training your mind with patience, the same way you would guide a child with care and understanding. When an old thought appears, instead of fighting it, you can softly shift your focus. For example, if your mind says, "I can't do this," you do not need to argue with it. You can simply replace it with a softer, more supportive thought like, "I am learning," or "I am getting better each day." These small changes may seem simple, but they begin to create a new pattern inside your mind. At first, it may not feel natural. The new thoughts may feel unfamiliar, and that is okay. Remember, your mind is used to the old way of thinking. It takes time for new thoughts to feel normal. What matters is not perfection, but consistency. The more you choose supportive thoughts, the more your mind begins to accept them as true. You can also begin to speak to yourself in a kinder way throughout the day. Notice how you talk to yourself when you make a mistake or when things do not go as planned. Instead of being harsh, try to be understanding. Say things like, "It's okay, I am growing," or "I will try again." This simple shift changes the energy you carry within you. Choosing new thoughts is not about ignoring reality. It is about creating a new inner environment where growth becomes possible. When your mind feels safe and supported, it becomes easier to move forward, to take action, and to believe in yourself again. So keep it simple. One thought at a time, one moment at a time. Every time you gently guide your mind toward a better thought, you are building a new path inside you. And over time, that path becomes stronger, clearer, and more natural. This is how real change happens, quietly, steadily, and with intention. Now let us talk about one of the most powerful ways to reprogram your mind: affirmations and repetition. Your mind learns through what it hears again and again. Just like old beliefs were created by repeated thoughts in the past, new beliefs can be created in the same way. This is where affirmations become so important. Affirmations are simple, positive statements that you repeat to yourself to gently guide your mind toward a new way of thinking. At first, it may feel a little strange to repeat new words that you are not fully used to. You may even feel like your mind is resisting or doubting them. This is completely normal. It only means your mind is still holding on to the old patterns. You do not need to force yourself to believe the affirmations right away. You only need to keep repeating them with a calm and relaxed feeling, allowing them to slowly settle into your mind. The key here is consistency. When you repeat something daily, especially in a calm state like in the morning or before sleep, your mind becomes more open to accepting it. Over time, these words begin to feel more natural. They slowly replace the old thoughts that once felt so strong. This is how your inner voice begins to change. You can choose affirmations that feel gentle and believable for you. Simple statements like "I am growing every day," "I am open to success," or "I am becoming more confident" can be very powerful when repeated with intention. It is not about saying big things that feel too far away. It is about choosing words that feel supportive and possible. As you continue this practice, you will notice small shifts in the way you think and feel. Your mind becomes quieter, more supportive, and more focused on possibilities instead of fear. And slowly, without pressure, these repeated thoughts begin to form new beliefs. So be patient with yourself. Let the process be easy. Repeat your affirmations daily with calmness and trust, because every word you repeat is like planting a seed in your mind. And with time, those seeds begin to grow into a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, and a new way of living. There is one more important part of this process that many people forget, and that is how you feel. Your thoughts are powerful, but your feelings give those thoughts energy. When you think about success, it is not only about saying the words, it is also about feeling them inside you, even if it is just a small feeling at first. This is what helps your mind accept the new belief more deeply. You do not need to create a strong or perfect emotion. You only need to connect with a simple, gentle feeling that matches the thought you are choosing. For example, if you say to yourself, "I am moving towards success," try to feel a small sense of hope or calm confidence. Even a little shift in how you feel is enough to begin the change. Your mind and body start working together, and this makes the new pattern stronger. Think of it like this: your thoughts are the direction, and your feelings are the force that moves you forward. When both are in alignment, the process becomes much more natural. You are not just repeating words, you are experiencing them from within. And the more you do this, the more real it begins to feel. It is also important to be gentle with yourself here. There may be days when you do not feel very positive, and that is okay. You do not have to force yourself into a certain emotion. Simply return to a neutral or slightly better feeling. Even feeling calm or at peace is enough. This is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent and kind to yourself. As you continue, you will notice that your inner world begins to shift. You may feel more relaxed, more open, and more trusting. This is a sign that your mind is slowly accepting the new direction. And when your inner world changes, your outer life starts to reflect that change. So allow yourself to feel the change, even in small ways. Let your thoughts and feelings work together, because when you begin to feel success within you, you are no longer chasing it. You are becoming it. As you continue this journey, there may be moments when doubt begins to appear again. You might notice thoughts like, "What if this doesn't work?" Or "What if nothing changes?" This is a natural part of the process. It does not mean you are doing something wrong. It simply means your mind is adjusting and letting go of old patterns that it has held onto for a long time. When something new begins to grow, the old often tries to come back, not to stop you, but because it is familiar. Instead of fighting these doubts or feeling discouraged, try to see them in a different way. Let them be there without giving them too much attention. You do not need to argue with them or prove them wrong. The more you resist a thought, the more energy you give it. But when you gently notice it and let it pass, it begins to lose its strength. This is how you slowly release resistance. Letting go does not mean you will never have negative thoughts again. It means you stop holding on to them. You allow them to come and go without letting them control how you feel or what you believe about yourself. Over time, this creates a sense of ease inside you. You no longer feel trapped by every thought that appears in your mind. You can also remind yourself that change takes time. and it is okay to move at your own pace. There is no need to rush or pressure yourself. Every small step you take is enough. Every time you choose a better thought, every time you return to a calm feeling, you are moving forward, even if it does not always feel like it. As you let go of doubt and resistance, you create more space inside your mind. And in that space, new beliefs can grow more easily. You begin to feel lighter, more open, and more trusting of the process. Life starts to feel less like a struggle and more like a natural flow. So when doubt shows up, do not be afraid of it. See it as a sign that change is happening. Let it pass and gently return your focus to what you are building within yourself. Because every time you do this, you are strengthening your new path and moving closer to the life you truly want. Now as you move forward, there is one thing that will make all the difference: trusting the process and staying consistent. Real change does not happen in one moment. It happens through small steps repeated every day. Sometimes you may feel like nothing is changing, like you are doing the work but not seeing results yet. In those moments, it is important to remember that change is happening inside you first, even before it shows in your outer life. Think about it like planting a seed. You do not see the growth immediately, but beneath the surface, something is slowly developing. Your new thoughts, your affirmations, and your awareness are all working together quietly. Every time you choose a better thought, every time you stay patient, you are strengthening a new pattern in your mind. And with time, that pattern becomes your new normal. Consistency is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about showing up again and again, even on the days when it feels difficult. Even if you only take a small step, it still matters. These small steps add up in ways you may not see right away, but they are building something strong and lasting within you. Trust is also very important. Trust that your efforts are not wasted. Trust that your mind is learning and adapting. Trust that things are shifting in your favor, even if you cannot fully see it yet. When you trust the process, you remove pressure from yourself, and everything begins to feel more natural and easy. There is no need to compare your journey with anyone else. Your path is your own, and your timing is perfect for you. Some changes may happen quickly, while others take more time. Both are okay. What matters is that you keep going with a calm and steady mindset. So remind yourself to stay patient, stay consistent, and keep trusting. Because every day you continue this practice, you are moving closer to the version of yourself that feels confident, capable, and ready for success. And step by step, without force, that version of you begins to become your reality. As you come to the end of this journey, take a quiet moment to reflect on what you have just allowed into your mind. You are no longer the same person who started listening. Something has already begun to shift within you. The way you think, the way you feel, and the way you see yourself is slowly changing. And that is where true success begins. Not outside, not somewhere far away, but right here, inside you. You are learning to understand your mind instead of being controlled by it. You are becoming aware of your thoughts, choosing new ones, and allowing better beliefs to grow. You are being patient with yourself, letting go of doubt, and trusting the process. These are not small things. This is a real transformation, and it is happening step by step in a calm and natural way. Always remember, you do not need to rush. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to keep going. Keep choosing thoughts that support you. Keep speaking to yourself with kindness. Keep trusting that everything is unfolding in your favor. Because the more you practice this, the more it becomes a part of who you are. And when it becomes a part of you, success no longer feels distant. It feels natural. So carry this feeling with you as you move forward. Let it guide your days, your choices, and your actions. You are capable of more than you think, and your mind is now becoming a place that supports your growth, your confidence, and your success. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who may need it, and leave a comment below about how you feel right now. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content that helps you grow, heal, and create the life you truly deserve.